What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Grey Man Operations. It's a top-down view. We can work with it. My EDC Backpack review is this week, which is this bag here. This is my range bag. Believe it or not, it is another one of the exact same bags. I love these bags. They're made by a company called Outwalk. I don't know where they're from. It's probably going to be Chinese. I don't really care. I've had this for quite a while and I did not want to like it, but it turns out that it's just, for me, the perfect EDC backpack. Now, if you are a patron, two things. One, I'm giving away one of these backpacks in every single video for the rest of August. And then, as you know, at the end of September, we are giving away a Canik Meta SF. Those are only to my patrons. So if you want to join on Patreon, it's the first link in the video description below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, it is the first comment. Let's get to the backpack. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to go through this fairly quickly because it can get a bit tedious doing these EDC Backpack reviews. I will talk about the backpack once I've shown you everything that's inside it. So the first section, let's start off at the bottom. You've got this separate section here, which I'm assuming is if you're traveling like for dirty clothes, because I have to keep my hand here, otherwise this camera won't focus because this thing is like completely black, which is quite cool as well. You've got these breathable holes here, so it's probably for shoes, socks, dirty clothes, that sort of thing, to keep it separate from your other luggage. Obviously, I'm not using it as a luggage bag. So one of the things I've got in here is my EDC Ready Pack. This is a full trauma kit, but I've also got like headache tablets, stomach tablets, plasters, that sort of thing, general utility style medication, but also tourniquet, chest seals, Salox, hemostatic gauze, all those things in here. So I keep that in the bottom, and then also in the bottom is like this utility pack, which is from the folks over at Strauss & Co. This is very important to me. I actually use this quite often, and what I've got in here is quite a lot of things. So I've got a flashlight. This is one of the O-lights. I genuinely can't remember what it's called, but it's the one that is a light and a laser. So it's pretty cool. These are just backup. Then I've got a backup knife. This is also one of O-light's knives. Legit, I've never ever used this thing. But I mean, it's fairly sharp, and in a pinch, it's the kind of thing that if I was to lose, I wouldn't kill myself, basically. So we've got one of those. And then I've got my Leatherman Skeletal, good old trusty Skeletal. I lost my bit, so I only have the flat bit, which is a sad thing. So that's there. And then I've got a rolled up peak cap if for whatever reason I'm out and I don't have a cap or need a cap and didn't bring one with. I've got one that's rolled up. A spare handkerchief. Yep, I carry a handkerchief every single day. And so if I don't have one, if I forget one at home, I like having a spare. And then here's going to be some things that probably not everyone's going to carry. This is a cigar cutter. The reason for that is I enjoy cigars, and it's terrible if you go somewhere and you see a nice cigar in the shop, but you don't have a cigar cutter to cut it and enjoy it. So I carry a spare cigar cutter and a really El Cheapo butane lighter. So those of you who smoke cigars know that you use butane lighters to light cigars and not paraffin lighters or just normal matches, that kind of thing. This is a pretty cool little leather pouch. It's got like elastic keepers on the inside and two separate sections. It's quite dark, so you might not be able to see. And it's got a really cool like print on the inside. It's genuine leather. Check out Strauss & Co. You will be seeing quite a few of their things in this video. So we closed. So that's its own section on its own, right? Separate to the rest of the bag. So let's close that section up. Then we've got another section here that I have literally nothing in, and you'll notice the inside of this bag is high visibility orange, which I really appreciate. But I've literally got nothing in there simply because I don't need to put anything in there. But it's quite substantial, right? It's like a decent A5, bigger than an A5 book size. Then you've got another section right here, separate to the main section. Let's just move that nicely. So if you open that, okay, so this bag obviously would not be laying down like this, but in here I keep two external hard drives. These are YouTube stuff. that I will pretty much always have with me if I have my laptop with me and a notebook. I never ever use this notebook anymore. The reason for that is, where's my pen? I seem to have misplaced my, oh, here's my pen. A pen would be in there. This is one of those write in the rain notebooks. It's very, very cool. But again, I don't use it because I pretty much use this for all my note taking these days. So I have the S25 Ultra, and it's got this really cool feature when you remove the stylus, you can basically take a note. And so that's how I take notes. And you'll see why I like doing it this way as I go through the bag. But yeah, I mean, this basically takes the place of a notebook as far as I'm concerned. And then you'll see I have literally nothing else in this section. Oh, I also have this. Obviously, I will need this for my external hard drives, which is the connection cable. But you will notice that I don't carry, I mean, sorry, this bag isn't filled out to capacity. There's a lot of spare space. If you want to hook your keys onto the bag, it's got this situation right here, which I'll show you in greater detail a bit later on. So that's that section. Then you've got a section on the side here, that right there, which is like, I don't know, how do you describe what that is? Anyway, this is for Michelle, so I keep these Dettol sanitary wipes for her in case she needs to use the ladies' room. And then I also keep, if she doesn't want to keep it on her, she has her own little Urban Warrior med kit, but there's like feminine hygiene products in here, so I'm not going to open that. But that's all I keep in there. This is like Michelle's section, so she knows if she doesn't want to carry her purse, she can like tuck her wallet or whatever in here, and that's where it'll be. And then on this side is a very cool section, which is like this hot cold section type thing. So if you want to put a water bottle in here, then you can, it'll keep it warm, so it'll keep it cold. I have this size water bottle and it fits in, but I can't close it entirely, so I just keep it in like that, which is fine. I mean, I'm cool with that. It's not a big deal. So that's what I put in there. Coming to the main compartment, what I like is that the main compartment opens like a flap. It doesn't like open entirely, so like that, and then you can dig in for everything you want. I'm gonna lay it flat again. So again, remember, this is the maximum of what I would carry in this pack. I wouldn't ordinarily carry all of these things. So my laptop, I do work, some light editing on here as and when, but mostly this is for work. And then it's got another compartment in front of the laptop compartment, which is for my tablet. And I do all of my note taking. Like literally, this thing is my diary. I take notes in this and everything. And the nice thing is when I take notes on my phone, it syncs to here and vice versa. So whatever I have in the notes on this is automatically on my phone and the other way around. So I'm pretty much almost entirely digital when it comes to note taking these days. So that's why I don't really have a main notebook. Even like my work diary, it's all done on my tablet. This is one of the Samsung Galaxy tablets that has this pen, guys. This is the pen you want because that is brilliant for note taking. Don't get the one with like the not sharp nib. And then inside here, now I wouldn't ordinarily take this out, but for the purpose of this video, I've got one of these. So this is also from Strauss & Co. And the main reason I have this is one, well, let's just get this out of the way, is because carrying around a laptop charger, it's a very odd shaped thing to carry around. So it's always like weird in your bag. But putting it in here is very cool because it absorbs the shape. So obviously my laptop power bank and charging cable. And then, okay, I recently got onto this mouse from you get them from Logitech. My gaming one is Logitech. This one is like an El Cheapo Canyon. But it's like this, okay? And it is an absolute game changer. So much so that I now am a bit of almost like cocky about the mice I use now. Because, man, this is the most comfortable way to use a mouse. So like I only use this mouse now, and I've got another one for gaming. Then in here is all my charging stuff, or pretty much all my Samsung stuff. This is my Samsung, this is my Galaxy S25 charging cable. This is my Galaxy Watch. So I run the, can you see that? The Watch 7, quite like it. And this is like its proprietary charging thing. It's like the charging base, which I hate. Why couldn't they just have put like a USB type C port somewhere on the side? So I could use my USB, my watches charging, my cell phone's charging cable. Now if I lose this, okay, this is a spare, to be honest, I did buy two. This is a spare, but still, you know, it would be nice to have one type of charger that charges everything. And then this is for my tablet, although I just use this anyway. And then inside here are the plugs. I'm very cautious about my plugs. This is, I think it's like a 50 watt Samsung charger, fast charger. This thing is like $1,200 here in South Africa. And the reason I have them separate is because if I plug this into the back of the charger and it like gets moved around in my bag and kinked over, it could like crack the charger inside. Like, let me show you what I mean. Let's just do it. So what I'm trying to say is, if I have this like that in the bag, and for whatever reason this gets kinked over, you know, it could break my charger, and then I would spend like $1.5 grand on another charger. So I'm very cautious about that when it's in my bag. And then coming around to the top, it's got quite a large sunglasses area, and you'll see what I mean now. So sunglasses, I just rock a El Cheapo pair of Waves. I think they look pretty cool, you know, decent. They suit my face. It's quite nice. And then also, okay, here's going to be a judgment card. I love listening to music, right? These are the Bluedio turbines. This was like 3,000 Rand in 2017. As you can see, they are worn out to the absolute max, but I will run these things until they absolutely give in, because I think it's like an Italian brand, and the sound quality is exceptional out of this. Like, to get equivalent sound quality, I've got to go like in the 5,000-6,000 Rand range. The battery life, hand on heart, I charge this thing like once every 2 months, and I use it every single day. I use it for gym, I use it for work, I use it for everything. So yeah, these look like this because, well, they've been through the ringer. That is that, and as you can see, this is quite a substantial area here. You can fit quite a big pair of sunglasses, in there. Then further on the inside, we've got like a separate pocket, which I'm struggling to show you, right? And this pocket leads to this. Okay, so I've got the power bank and cable inside here. This is like a super old power bank. I've used it recently, as you can see, but there's one bar left. But basically this goes in here and the cable comes out of here, so you can charge things if you do want to. I think I charged my not my cell phone, my in-ear headphones. Now inside here there's another pocket right here, which again I'm having trouble showing you. And that's just for a pair of in-ear headphones. And I only will use this if it's like a more professional environment where sitting with over-ear headphones is not quite right. Then I will run these. But most of the time I'll use my over-ear, and then there's space there. But something I want to show you is, if I tuck this sucker back in here, if I tuck that sucker in there, right, you really can't see it, but that thing is in there. Look at all the space I still have inside this bag. That's one of the things that I think people really forget when it comes to an EDC backpack. You need space to put things in, like just for general purpose use, like a jacket, or if you want to put the camera. I will make a video of how I use this as my range bag, and you'll see the amount of stuff I get in. My range bag is a lot more full, right? But don't forget to have space in your backpack for things, like if you go shopping and you want to chuck something small in there. If your girlfriend wants to take a jacket with her, take a jacket on or off. Have space in there to put, don't fill out your backpack because you're kind of losing the utilitarianism of it. Then the backpack itself is made out of like this leathery material. I don't know how well you can see that. It's like a leathery material. It's really quite nice. On the back, you've got this breathable mesh. You've got also the breathable mesh on the shoulder straps. You've got this section here, which is like a hidden section inside of which I keep one of these dongles. You know, I'm a YouTuber. Data is very important, so I always have backup data. It is very comfortable. Like this is very padded. Okay, so if you want to put like something in here for safekeeping, a wallet, a passport, whatever the case may be, you can comfortably put in there, and it is padded. It's got waist straps, which after this video I'm going to cut off. I don't use waist straps, so I will remove that. And then you've got a dedicated sunglasses keeper this side, and on this side like a reflective strip, and then you also have a reflective strip there and a reflective strip there. All in all, it's a very cool, not too showy, nondescript backpack, which I think serves its purpose well. I'm not out here trying to be super tactical. I'm just trying to carry the things I like carrying and I like having on me, but doing it in a way that doesn't stand out too much. Let's switch the view and give one of these away and end off. So guys, just to show you, and let me know if you want me to do a range bag review, I will. This is how I have my range bag set. I'm not going to do the full video, don't worry. But like, as you can see, there's a ton more stuff inside there that wasn't inside my EDC backpack. And you, like I said, you can fit so much stuff in there. And if you guys want, I will do a range bag review and show you what I do take to the range when I do go to the shooting range. Okay guys, those of you who have been following the channel for a while know the story here. I really like this backpack. I like it because it's like, it's not, it's usable, it's user friendly. It's not like, I know a lot of people who have a backpack that's like a piece of gold, you know, that they just want to care about and not actually use. This is such a usable, functional laptop that I think it's absolutely perfect. So I'm going to paste the list of our active patrons in a name randomizer. That's going to randomize the order of the patrons and assign a number to each name. I'm then going to go back and take the number of the patrons. There should be 340 and there is. Just copy that, and paste this into 340 names, yeah. Paste this into a random wheel of names, and then just remove the added space at the bottom. There we go. 340 entries. I'm going to shuffle the order of those entries. Click to spin, and the winner of this is the winner of our first backpack. Remember, we're giving away one of these packs every week for the month of August, and then next month is the Canik Meta SF. So number 284. Let's see who that is. 284. 284 is Nathan. So Nathan, I'll pop you a message on Patreon to let you claim your prize. Let's just confirm number 284 and number 284. Well done to you, Nathan. Remember guys, we're giving away another one next week, another one the week after, and then a Canik Meta SF in September. Let's switch the view and we can end off. So well done to that patron. I'll hook you up with your backpack. I'll pop you a message on Patreon. Remember guys, at the end of September we're giving away a Meta SF, and then we're giving away one of these backpacks every week for the rest of August. So get in on Patreon if you want to get in on that action. That's it guys. Have a good week. Be safe. Train hard. Cheers. God bless.